Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daryl and this is Future Proof. In this channel, I try to teach you guys how to invest in cryptocurrency, how to save your buying power, and most importantly, how to be profitable. If you appreciate that I take my time to make these videos for you, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post a video. Guys, today, obviously, we're not as green as we were yesterday. But there's still some green in the party right now. And obviously, we can see that Bitcoin is struggling at that level that I was talking about. We're going to be taking a look at Ethereum, which is still pushing to go into price discovery. And also, if you're excited for this video, you know what to do. Now, let's get started. Obviously, let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. Right now, a couple of days ago, we were at 27. Now, we're sitting at 59. The greed is coming back, guys. The greed is coming back, and it shows you how volatile these markets are when it comes to price movement and also people's emotions. Prices dip, people get scared real quick. Prices are going up, people get optimistic real quick. So you must understand that, and you must also understand yourself when it comes to how you invest and to not invest with your emotion. If anything, counter trade your emotion. If you're feeling too optimistic, maybe it's time that you start taking some profit. If you're feeling fearful that you think we're gonna go down, maybe that's time you need to start picking up some more. Like, buy these dips when you see that happen. All right, so before I get on some charts, I'm going to be mixing up a couple news that I found to be very interesting, and we're also going to be looking at the charts and how that may potentially play out. First news is America's first largest banking institution, U.S. bank, to offer cryptocurrency custody. We've talked about this in the past, how the OCC had allowed basically is telling banks that they can now start having custody of digital currency. So you can see during the first week of January 2021, the Office of the Controller of the Currency, OCC, revealed that national banks and saving association in the United States could deal with stablecoin in public blockchain. Following that announcement, the oldest bank in America, Bank of New York Mellon, disclosed in mid-February that it created a digital currency unit. On Tuesday, the fifth largest banking institution in the country, U.S. Bank, published a blog that details new cryptocurrency offering. So all the people that were saying cryptocurrency is going to die, cryptocurrencies are going nowhere, what do you have to say now? Okay. Right now, what is happening is the biggest enemies of cryptocurrency, which are the banks, are coming and making a 180 on cryptocurrencies. I remember in 2018, once crypto at its first blow off top, all these banks were starting to stop people from buying cryptocurrency with credit cards. We're trying to stop people from even using their own money from their debit account to buy cryptocurrency, which is messed up. If it's your money, you should be able to do anything you want with it. And that was not the case. But now we have a shift, okay? Now banks have realized that if they don't adapt to this new technology, they are going to be left behind. And this brings us back to this whole idea that I believe that banks want to use cryptocurrency and they want to get into stablecoins now because they realize how powerful DeFi is and that DeFi is going to replace them. So the only way for them to not to get replaced by DeFi, because obviously the yield that we're making in DeFi, a bank can't even give you 1% on your savings account, while people are making 5 to 10% on stable coins on Aave and other DeFi platforms. So this is something very important, and this is most importantly extremely bullish for cryptocurrencies overall. This just shows that we are here to stay and crypto's not going anywhere. All right, crypto's not going anywhere. So I'm really excited to hear this news. Another news that I want to share is basically Pantera Capital states that Bitcoin could potentially blast off to $700,000. That is an absurd number. If Bitcoin goes to 700,000, what do you think is going to happen to your altcoins? Oh man, your altcoins would definitely benefit because their market caps are so much lower than Bitcoin. And what they're trying to say here is basically on this model, right? they're calculating the Bitcoin price versus the amount of people using Bitcoin. And obviously you have the timings. And as the number of people actually getting a Bitcoin wallet and using Bitcoin, it actually grows the price. So according to the model, Bitcoin's price goes up by $200 every 1 million new Bitcoin users. Okay. So if we follow this model, they're saying that should Bitcoin continue to rise $200 every time 1 million users enter the market, the model suggests that Bitcoin could certainly surge 1,200% from its current value of 54,000. You know what's funny is that a lot of us now that's been investing in altcoins don't even get it that much excited about 1,200% because we're obviously been making that gains on a lot of our altcoins right now. A lot of altcoins are from last year already up over thousands of percents, you know, and obviously like 1,200% for Bitcoin will be huge because Bitcoin's more heavy. You know, it's way heavier than these altcoins, especially if you've been picking up some low cap gems. All right. So they make a very good argument. They say that 3.5 billion people have a smartphone. The only requirement to use Bitcoin. So you don't need a bank. You don't need to make an account with a bank or anything. All you need is a smartphone and you're your own bank. So that's the beauty of Bitcoin, and that's the beauty of cryptocurrencies. And I do believe that we are heading towards this path where everyone is eventually going to just have a Bitcoin wallet or at least a cryptocurrency wallet. So in the long run, it's not obvious why most of those won't use Bitcoin. That's not many more than shared photos on Facebook. Using this relationship, we can postulate a possible terminal value for Bitcoin. If the price continued to rise $200 per million users, Bitcoin would become fairly valued at $700,000. So that would be extremely, extremely, extremely good for all of us that are investing into cryptocurrencies right now. So with that said, let's take a quick look at the price of Bitcoin. Right now, guys, like I said, this area scares me. I don't like that we're in here. I don't like that we just got rejected under this 200 EMA. This makes me a little nervous. At the same time, we are seeing some good buying volume coming in again, well, also selling. So a couple of negative things that I'm noticing now. Obviously, we just got a cross on the MACD. That's bearish. Okay, we just got a bearish cross on the MACD, and potentially. So what I'm really seeing is that potentially we can come back to retest this 52,000 level, and that wouldn't be a bad thing. But your altcoins might panic because obviously they're more not like they're more unstable in a way that they're panic buying, they're panic selling, they're more volatile because the market caps are lower, so less money can push these altcoins up and down. So definitely something to watch for. I know that today President Biden is going to be talking about new plans for tax cuts and tax increases. That might spook the markets, but we'll see. Obviously, there's no guarantee that a lot of these things that he's trying to do will get passed because they are like outrageous. You know, paying close to 40% on your taxes is actually pretty extremely insane. And the thing is that why it's scary is because like in crypto, a lot of people just became millionaires, you know, especially from Dogecoin. A lot of people became millionaires and a lot of people just made a lot of money in the past couple months. So if you're getting into this bracket, it's kind of like scary because now you're like, hey, where do I go? Do I go to another country where I try to avoid these? Do I get dual citizenship? So that's something to keep in mind. What I do see for the price of Bitcoin, it's really hard to tell right now, guys. Bitcoin is very resilient, so we got to give it that. On the RSI, we are still not yet over bought. So I do believe there's still potential for upside. But until, like I said from my last video yesterday, until we break over this 200 EMA, which is this yellow line here, I am still short-term bearish. But for the case of Ethereum, this is slightly different. So my view on Ethereum right now is different because I think that Bitcoin had its run, and now it's Ethereum's turn. You know, everybody's focusing their eyes on Ethereum right now, and that's what we're going to look at. So on the Ethereum news, okay, we have that JP Morgan and European investment banks sets eye on Ethereum as Ether sets all-time high. Ether is pumping and is holding strong, like I said from my last video yesterday. And we can see JP Morgan and European banks, I just read that. The European Investment Bank is planning to offer digital bonds on the Ethereum network, while JP Morgan sees Ether as a viable investment option. In one of its latest reports, JP Morgan has cited the death of Ether's spot market, which has helped the altcoins recover from the last week's correction fairly quickly when compared to Bitcoin or any other altcoins. Guys, JP Morgan, okay? JP Morgan, that was calling Bitcoin scam, that was saying Bitcoin has no intrinsic value, that it's not going anywhere. They made a 180 on Bitcoin. Now they're making also 180 on Ethereum. But you must understand, I've told you guys many times before, Ethereum is a supercomputer, while Bitcoin has only one purpose. Ethereum is even allowing you to do more with your Bitcoin than you could have been doing before. For example, participating in DeFi using wrapped Bitcoin, which is on the Ethereum blockchain. So this is very important, and they see this. They know this is happening. They know they see the potential in Ethereum now, and they are extremely bullish on Ethereum. Okay, and we're gonna be looking at why, because there are a couple metrics that I do want to share with you guys on the charts that shows that Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin in a very big way. So let's take a look at that real quick. Right now, as you can see, Ethereum is really struggling to make these new all-time highs. It's making new all-time highs, coming back down and retesting them, coming back down. I really love that we broke over this and we came in perfectly tested this trend line. There is potential that we go a bit further down from here, because also unlike Bitcoin, we don't actually, let me put this on the 4 hour. It's getting better. Yeah, so we are still very bullish on Ethereum. We are still not overbought on Ethereum. We just want to see more volume comes in, because what I'm hoping to see is that Ethereum literally pumps all the way to $3,000, and that could happen very quickly. And even though I've been accumulating Ethereum back over after the COVID dump to like $150, I'm contemplating going in deeper on Ethereum at 2,600, because I've never felt this bullish about Ethereum before. One, consider that the transaction fees are getting reduced. Consider that Ethereum 2.0 is being launched this year. Considering that Ethereum now is moving from proof of work to proof of stake, and you can get APYs on staking your Ethereum, which also is going to cause more people to lock their Ethereum and take it out of circulation. So what that's going to do, it's going to make Ethereum more scarce. On top of that, we also have the EIP 1559 coming out, which is going to be burning Ethereum, and Ethereum is going to be like amazing. It's going to be amazing. So it's going to be more scarce. It's going to be like the price is going to skyrocket, you know. And the amount of interest from institutions right now for Ethereum is astonishing. You know, they know banks want to get in on Ethereum. They want to use DeFi. They want to use stable coins and use stable coins and yield farming and do all that so that they can get more money to give to you. Even though if they're making like 10%, you'll get 2%, and they keep the 8% and then they reinvest it. That's how banks work. So keep in mind, Ethereum might be bank's last resort to come back, to have a comeback in some way, and keep making profit off the little guys. So that's Ethereum. And guys, like, honestly, like, Ethereum really has a long way to go. We have a double bottom on the MACD as well. And this just looks so bullish to me. This just looks so bullish. We're about to enter this price discovery. We're having higher highs. One thing that does worry me is that this pattern looks very similar to what Bitcoin did a few while back. So like right here, where we had this higher high, but the high weren't that high compared to the previous one, and that obviously we were in a rising wedge, and that also gave us a short-term top that pushed us down. So I don't want that to happen with Ethereum, because we're seeing these higher highs are very close to each other, and they're not very they're not a big distance there. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. But right now we are breaking this trend line that's been holding us down for, well, this line has been holding us down since Ethereum was at like 1600. Okay, we did break out of this, but ever since we came back down, we haven't been able to break out of this trend line here. It was our support multiple times when we were rising from $800 to 1900, but as soon as we fell behind it, you see it's kind of been difficult for us to break over that. But as soon as we do break over that, expect some amazing price action for Ethereum. So I'm really excited to see that. I see that Ethereum is going to go very far in this bull market. One last thing I wanted to show you guys on Ethereum that you need to keep an eye on. So this is Ethereum against Bitcoin, guys, and as you can see here, Ethereum is truly outpacing Bitcoin. But if you look in the bigger picture and you zoom out, you can see that Ethereum is about to go parabolic. So we were literally in this, we're being held down by this trend line for about, ever since we came back under it in 2018, for about close to 950 days, over 950 days. So with that in mind, the fact that we are finally breaking this major resistance level shows us that Ethereum is about to accelerate against Bitcoin, and we are going to see this next level here playing as the next resistance. Maybe we can have a little retracement from that before we go at. But regardless, you can see this beautiful curve on the bottom here, which is extremely bullish for Ethereum. And yeah, I'm really excited for Ethereum to go parabolic, and I'm really excited for Ethereum to start outpacing Bitcoin, because all of our altcoins are going to benefit from that. So I'm just going to end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know what to do. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell notification. And yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe, and most importantly,